otherwise.
Right. So we'll make a start anyway. See if it sorts
Yeah,
itself out.
yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to the football referee with myself, Emmy Hikins, and he calls me bruv.
And me, Trevor Gear, and I call him Cuz.
Yeah, so welcome. So England, bruv. England. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
what do you make of Thomas Tuchel at the
Thomas
moment?
Tuchel.
Tuchel, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think he's had quite a good start, hasn't he? He's won the two games, 2-0 and 3-0. What was it? Albania on Friday and Latvia on Monday. Two very good gates at Wembley. Gates in the sense of people who there to support. I mean, I think in the 80,000s, which is pretty good actually for the first couple of World Cup qualifying games against teams that, with all due respect, are not the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the fans did themselves proud by going along to see these games. I thought the team in both cases played pretty well. He used various substitutes as well. So it's early days in terms of viewing what his plans might be, what his tactics really are. I think he's sort of trying it and seeing what happens. But he seemed to pick a good mix of players. There were some pretty good goals. And yeah, on balance, I would say he's had a very good start. Interestingly, one statistic I heard was that he's the first manager to win his first two England games since Capello in 2010. So that's a bit of a strange one. In 15 years, you'd have thought another England manager might actually have won his first two games, but no, not since Capello. So good for Thomas Tuchel, and I think we've got a good man to manage our team.
Yeah, yeah. What do you make of Reece Jones's penalty?
Well,
Not penalty, free
yeah,
kick.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
It was a
free kick.
free. You threw me there a bit. It wasn't a penalty. It was a brilliant free kick, wasn't it?
It
And I
was.
have to say, I mean, I always thought Reece Jones is a good player, but I never, in my mind, elevated him much above being a very good footballer. He wasn't, you know, hugely above that. But I actually kind of started to change my mind watching his performances. I thought on Monday again, he positions himself very, very well as a midfield player there. Obviously, up above forward of the back four or back three. Behind, he's a great link to the forwards, and he just is clearly a very intelligent footballer. But yeah, that free kick was just top notch, first class free kick, excellent goal. So yeah, he's a very good player, a very good acquisition in our England team. As ironically, his sister is in the women's England team. She too is a pretty phenomenal footballer. So yeah, it's obviously runs in the family, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Now there was a bit of a controversy actually, with Thomas Tuchel refusing to sing the national anthem until he wins games. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. From what I've read, I wouldn't say it was a controversy.
Yeah,
In this, I think because of what he said, really, he just said he plans, he hopes to sing it in due course, but he feels he's got to establish himself first as a decent manager, so that he earns the rights to sing the anthem. And I thought that was a very good. The anthem, and I thought that was a very good way of saying he's not going to sing the national anthem, because I believe actually the time may come when he will sing it. but
Right.
his phrase that he feels he needs to earn the right to do that,
Yeah.
I thought that sat very well, and I totally understand. Therefore, why he didn't sing it. I always like to see certainly the players sing it, and if it's an England manager, I would hope to see the England manager sing it, which I believe Lee Carsley never did, which I found a bit disappointing, because although he had strong connections with Ireland, I think he
Yeah.
played for Ireland. Um, he was still born in England, and arguably is an Englishman. I'm not sure how he thinks of himself, but be that as it may, not everybody wants to. But the only one who disappointed me on these matches was Rashford, because as he always did, he stands there almost purposely not singing the national anthem, and something inside me says, although people have got the free choice to do that or not to do that, that it somehow doesn't strike me as being someone who's, you know, really proud to be in the shirt of the England team, really proud to be playing for his country. Because I just think, you don't even have to necessarily go along with all of the words. If it's not your thing, if you're not a monarchist, for example, you may say, I don't really believe those words. I'm not saying that's true of Rashford. I don't know what his thoughts are. But you could still, even if you miss out any key words you don't want to sing, I think it should be viewed as something representing your country in a very proud way, very proud moment, and you're singing that song to, if only to show the fans and the world that you're proud to be English and you're proud to play football for the England team, and what a privilege it is to do that. So yeah, he seems to me he was the only player who chose not to sing. The others, some of them sing, quite audibly. You can see it as the camera goes along, and you can certainly tell that some of them can't sing a note in tune. But but I think that's good that they actually stand there and they sing it, with their heart and their soul,
Yeah.
and I think that's excellent. Others just sort of make a small movement of their lips, their mouths, but they're still doing what I think generally the public would like to see, that there should be some sort of pride in that. Now, I mean, just to take that a stage further, for my part, I
Yeah.
I've believed for a long time that England should have its own national anthem. I'm not saying the God Save the King should be ditched altogether. There will be circumstances